Hi friends, this is Pratik and I am going to tell you how to install Informatica 9.6.1 version in your system. See, first of all, you need to have some of the things earlier installed. If it is not, I am going to tell you how to install all those in this video. See, what all things you need to install. First of all, you must have a JDK, that is Java. It is used for basically when Oracle client is being installed, you will be asked to have a Java JDK version. That's the only reason why Java JDK is getting installed. You need to have WinRAR so that you can unzip all the Informatica server as well as client software. Then you need to have an Oracle server. This is the main requisite for the Informatica. If you are having an Oracle server, then only you can install Informatica, because Informatica and Oracle will be communicating with each other. And Oracle client, why you are having Oracle client so that you can have a better view of the Oracle server. As you know that Oracle server will be in a means command prompt mode, so to have a better picturization of the records, data and all those things, you can install on Oracle client. Then you need to install Informatica server. In that only you will be configuring the Informatica server also, and after that you will be installing Informatica client. Okay, let's go each step one by one. Any step, if you are having it, you can skip it. See, for example, like here I am having Informatica everything in this folder, that is Informatica 64. You can see 4 zip folder which you need to unzip. Then you have Java 64 also. Then there is Oracle server Express edition as well as Oracle client. Then WinRAR also. So I'll start with installing WinRAR or Java JDK, anything. So let's go with this. Okay, install. Okay, so it has been installed. Okay, fine. Now I'll go to, since I have Java installed in this computer, we can easily see like this. Here you will go program files, Java, JDK, there is bin folder. So I have already installed Java. So JDK is done, WinRAR is done. Now we are going to install Oracle server. Okay, we'll go here, Oracle server. You can get all these codes as I have already mentioned here. Like Java you can get from JDK from Oracle site, WinRAR you can get from File Hippo, Oracle server you can again get from Oracle client you can get from Oracle server, Informatica server you can get through https://edelivery.oracle.com. You can register there, it's free. And similarly you can get the Informatica client also, you can install that. Okay, I have done that. I'll show you one by one. So first of all, we'll come here. It is for Oracle server Express edition. What we'll do, we'll unzip this, extract here. So this is done. We'll go here, we'll start the setup process. We are now installing Oracle server. Yes. So till the time it's getting installed. Okay, so we'll go to next, then I accept the license agreement. Next, next. See, here it is asking, see, whenever a Oracle server is getting installed, by default one schema will be there, that is the system schema, that will have all the DBA privileges you can create, or you can do anything with the help of this system schema. So here you need to enter a password for this system schema. You can give anything, but whatever you give, you need to remember that. For example, I am giving Oracle. Oracle. Then next. Then install. Now it's getting installed. See friends, till the time it is getting installed, see, for Informatica server and Informatica client, you can go to these sites. You can log in here. If you don't have user ID password, you can create one. It's a free site. You can log in here. You can go to Oracle Business Intelligence. Then you can select whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit your system. Depending on that, you can copy the codes. Now once the codes are copied, like here, which I have already downloaded, I'll show you here. If you see Informatica 64, see, here are all the zipped files for Informatica server as well as Informatica client. So there is no issue. You can install all the first of all you can download all these, then we'll see how to install Informatica. If you have any problem in accessing these codes or software, you can contact me. I'll try to find out any way. So okay, now we are seeing that Oracle server is getting installed, and when it will be installed, it will be having only one schema, that is system schema, for which we have given the password Oracle. We'll try to log in from there. That will be having DBA privileges. Okay, okay, it has installed. It's going to next phase. See, for installing Informatica 9.6.1, you must have at least 4 GB RAM. That is the only requisite from your computer. If you are having 4 GB RAM in your system, whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit, no issue. It should have 4 GB RAM, and it should have at least 30 to 35 GB space in any of the drive. So that's the only requisite. See, once Informatica server is installed, then we'll try to install Informatica client so that we can view everything very well. And once Informatica client is also installed, then we'll start with Informatica server installation. It's configuration database now. Okay. In case of any issue, if you are facing, you can contact me. I'll definitely try to help you. This is my number. It will take some time. So as you can see, once it has been installed, you will get a message like this. You will click on finish, and then you can see whether it has been installed in your server or not. uh, Icon also will come like this. Okay, in your desktop you can go to, you can come to your C drive. You can see Oracle exe. Click on app, Oracle product server, then there is network, then there is admin. You need to copy these three files and you need to place into Oracle client once you install that. So we'll see that. First of all, we'll go to back to where we have the codes for Oracle client. See, Oracle server has been installed successfully. Now we are unzipping this Oracle client, that is SQL developer. We'll extract here. It will be extracted very soon. SQL developer folder has came. You need to open it, and here you need to paste all those three files which I have showed earlier from Oracle server. How we'll get that? We'll again go to that place, C drive, Oracle exe, app, Oracle, then product, then 11.20, then server, then network, then admin. Copy these three files, copied. Then we'll go back and we'll place where we have extracted the Oracle client folder. We'll just paste here. All the three files have been pasted. Now we'll open this SQL developer. It will ask the Java path. That's why we have installed Java JDK version earlier. We'll browse. We'll go to C drive, then program files, then Java, then JDK folder. We'll select and then it will come only Java version less than 1.8 are certified. Continue anyway. We'll click yes. It will come, you are attempting to run on this version. Skip this message next time and yes. Oracle SQL developer is now opening. It will ask whether we want to import any preferences from previous SQL developer. We'll click no. Now SQL developer is, yeah, it has opened. This is the Oracle client or SQL developer where we can connect this SQL developer that is Oracle client with the Oracle server, and then we can see everything very easily. First of all, we need to make some connections. Connections are what? We are trying to connect with different schemas. So click here. Yeah, we can give like any name, connection name, like we want to connect to system first of all, because we have only one schema, that is system, in our Oracle server right now. So we'll give name as system. Now here you need to give the username correct, that is system. You can give anything here, that is a connection name that will be shown to your system, but you are giving Oracle client to connect with this schema with the Oracle server. So you need to give the system, and then you need to give the password, which we have already set as Oracle during installation of Oracle server. We'll give Oracle, we'll save password, then we can go to TNS, we can connect. That is the reason why we have copied these three files into Oracle client. We can select XE, then we'll test. It is showing success, that means it's okay, it can be connected. So we'll save it. For the next time, you can see here a connection has appeared, and then we'll connect. It has been connected. You can click here, you can see all the tables, that is system tables for Oracle. What we'll do, we'll try to create a different schema, like source DB, where we'll keep the source data, target DB, where we'll keep the target data. So for that, and there is also one HR schema that is pre-built in Oracle server, but it is generally unlocked. So we need, generally it is logged, so we need to unlock it. Okay, so we are writing like this command. We can write here only because system schema we have opened, and here we are writing alter user HR identified by HR. This identified by anything is the password of the previous users, means here you can see you have written altered user HR identified by HR, then semicolon. It means that you are trying to set the HR user schema and password as HR same. Now we'll click here and execute this. It has been executed successfully. You can see user HR altered. Now we'll give DBA to this HR. Grant DBA to HR. We'll execute this also. Grant succeeded means now HR is also having the DBA privilege, just like system schema. We can connect here. System name HR, username you need to give correct, that is HR, and the password is also HR. I am giving, you can give any password whichever you like. Then here it is given, you can select here TNS, then XE. This XE will be having all the information of your local host, port name, and all those things. So we'll test it. Account is logged. Okay, so it has not been unlocked till yet. Okay, altered user HR identified by HR, account unlock. We'll execute this. User HR altered. Now we'll try. Now we have unlocked that HR schema so that we can use it. We'll try to create this HR password HR, save password, then DNS XE, then test. Now it's showing success, that means it can be connected. We'll save this for future use, and then we'll connect it. Now system has been connected as well as HR has been connected. You can see there are predefined tables like countries, department, employees, job history, job locations, regions, and all of them are having data also. This has been provided by Oracle so that we can practice. Now for example, we are trying to create two more schema, that is user DB, that is source DB, as well as target DB. You can try to you can create it so that you can keep the source target tables in that schema, source DB schema, as well as target DB tables into target DB schema. So we'll write the query create user source DB identified by source DB. See, when you are writing like create user source DB identified by source DB, that means you are saying that to create a user name, you are saying that you need to create a schema source DB, and you want to give its password also as source DB. You can give anything, whatever you want at the place of here. For the sake of simplicity, I am giving the same password as the username so that I do not forget that. We need to execute it. User source DB has been created. We'll give the grant DBA to source underscore DB, so that this schema is also having all the DBA privileges. Similarly, we'll create target DB also. Create user target underscore DB target DB identified by target underscore DB. And we'll give the grant privilege also. Grant DBA to target underscore DB. Okay, it has been done. We can create those schemas here itself. Since we have created the schemas, so we are preparing a connection so that we can use it very easily. Source underscore DB. You need to give the username correct, that is source underscore DB, and the password is also source underscore DB. Test. Okay, I have given here B. You need to give correct DB. Test. Now see, it's success. So we can save this also for future use. Connect. Similarly, we'll create for target DB also. Target underscore DB. Target underscore DB. Target underscore DB. Save. Success. You need to save it and then connect it. So you can see source DB as well as target DB also you have created. There are no tables right now because you have not inserted any tables here. Similarly, target DB is also not having anything. So this is the HR schema, this is the source DB schema, that is a system schema, and that is a target DB schema. So your Oracle client has been also installed. If you want to see any data, or you need to fire anything, you can just click or write anything like select star from countries. You will be getting the data and all. See why we have created these schemas, because we need, when we are installing Informatica, we are doing any kind of manipulation, that is data manipulation or anything. So we require data tables as a source, and then we are populating into target. So that's, for that we'll be using this HR schema for the source data, and then we'll be populating as required. So we can, since it is done, so we can close this. Yeah, deselect all, then okay, shutting down. Okay, so friends, we have seen that Oracle server as well as Oracle client has been also installed. Now we'll be going to install Informatica server. We'll go here, Informatica 64, then Info 64. Here I have installed all these 4 versions, which you can install from edelivery.oracle.com. You can download that, and then you can start like installing. See, there are 4 zip files for Informatica 64-bit. You need to right click here. You need to extract each of the 4. Extract here. It's extracting that. It will take some time. We are now extracting part 1 of total 4 parts. Similarly, we'll extract part 2 of part 4, then we'll extract part 3 of part 4, and then we'll extract part 4 of 4. So we are doing it one by one. See friends, part 1 has been extracted. It has came here. Now we'll extract this also, part 2 of 4. So part 2 has been done. Now part 3, extract here. So part 3 also done. Now I'll go for extract here, part 4. As you can see, there is one more zip file being created at the end. See, these are the 4 downloaded software. These are the 4 has been created by unzipping all these 4. See, again one we have got one unzipped, that is zipped folder. We'll unzip it also. Extract here. See, now it is creating 2 zipped folders, that is for client as well as that is for server. At now you can see the client in zipped folder is being created. Similarly, server zipped folder will be also created. Then we need to unzip this client and server, and we need to install. So let it complete. Once it completes, we'll be having 961 client installer, as well as we will be having 961 server installer zipped folders. Okay. So now friends, we can see that there is client as well as there is server zipped folder, and we can also see there is one Oracle all OS prod key. So we'll be having use of this Oracle all OS prod key during installation of server. We'll see to it. So first of all, again we'll unzip this server zipped folder. This time we'll click here extract files, so that we all the component of this zipped folder should be into one particular folder, that is extract files, uh, Informatica 9.64 bit. Okay, we can see all the server inside all the server zipped folder whatever was there will be unzipped into this separate folder. That's what we are going to do for the client also. So this will take some time. Let it be completed, then we'll start installation. So we can see that in server now we have everything for server. So similarly we'll be doing the same for, we'll be unzipping this zipped client folder also in the same fashion, that is extract files, so that everything of this client zipped folder must come into a separate folder, extract files. Then okay, you can see that client folder is now being created and everything is getting copied inside it. So this will also take some time. So we can see that client as well as server folders have been created. Now we'll go on installation part. So in any application that is server and client, we know that first of all we need to install server. So we'll be clicking here, then we'll come to this server folder. We can see that there is install, but before that we'll change its compatibility mode. Compatibility Windows 7. Windows 7, or we can select select anything. So we will be selecting here Windows XP Service Pack 3, then apply, then OK. Now I'll double click it and install this. Yes. Okay, so install Informatica 9.6.1. Next, minimum disk requirement, disk space requirement 7 GB. See, memory requirement is 4 GB, so we are having it. So next, they are asking for the license key. You remember I told you that we have one Oracle OS all OS prod key. We need to select that. So we'll go to this PC. There is work in that folder where we have unzipped everything. We can see there is one Oracle all OS prod key. We are going to select that, open, then we are going to select next, Informatica 9.6.1 services and all. Now install. So it will take some time to install. So we can see that Informatica is now configuring the installation. So we can see that now it is coming like this. It is asking to create a domain for this node. Okay, create a domain. So everything is fine here. Next, it's asking public private network. Okay, allow access. It's asking us to give the configure the database for the domain configuration repository. So we need to first of all create domain schema in the database, that is Oracle server. So we are going to open SQL developer and we'll create a we'll be creating a schema for this domain. We'll go here, okay, we can close that. We'll click here, we'll open the SQL developer. Once it will open, we'll create a infadome schema and we'll give that infadome username password here so that Informatica can configure the database for the domain configuration repository. So it has opened. We can go to anywhere. We are going to system. Okay, it's opening. Okay, we'll create user infa dome identified by same infa dome. We are creating a infadome schema. Then we'll grant DBA to infadome. Okay, it has been done. We'll come here. It is Oracle. Okay, we'll give the ID as infadome and the password is same infa_dome. Then we'll come here and we will click on this host name. We will not click on the whole, we'll just click on this host name. We'll write local host. As we are saying Informatica that Oracle is installed in our local host and its port number is, we can see the same here also. We can come here, we can click on this, we can properties. If we remove this, we will keep basic. C host name is localhost and port name is 1521. So we'll go back here, we have given the host name as localhost and port name as 1521. See, there is colon in between that, so it needs not to be disturbed. Then we need to give the database service name, that is XE, as we have installed Oracle Express Edition. Once it is done, we'll test the connection. Connection is successful. Okay, then we'll click on next. It's asking to give us any keyword, so that means for the encryption key information it's asking. We can give anything like testing@123. T caps, rest everything small @123. Testing@123. Next. Okay. It's saying domain is Dell, and it's asking to give the domain username is administrator, asking us to give the domain password. We'll give the same so that we don't forget. Administrator. The same way it is written up. A caps, rest everything small. Administrator. Next, it's executing the command. This is the domain Dell, host name is Dell, node name is this, node port number is 6005. It is defining the domain. Once it is done, we'll come to here, run Informatica under a different user account. No, we'll be running with administrator only. So uncheck that and then next. Now it is executing the whole command. It's now starting the service. It will take some time. It's pinging domain. So we can see that it has been installed. We'll click here. So Informatica server has been installed. Now the work is that we need to configure the Informatica server. So we'll click on this. It will open into a browser, that is our default browser. In my case it is Google Chrome. It's opening that. So advanced, proceed to Dell. This is the server. So we'll give the password what we have set, administrator, as well as the same password, administrator. Will log in. We can also mark this Control D, Informatica administrator. Done. Now what we need to do, we need to create one by one. First of all repository service and then integration service. So first of all we'll create repository service, domain, new, and then Powercenter repository service. Click on that. It will ask you the name, repository name. So we can give anything. I am giving rep_trng. We can select the license key, then next. It will ask us to give or connect the repository service. So similarly, what we have done for domain, we need to create a user schema for this also, repository also. We'll create user infa rep identified by infa rep. Then we'll execute this. Okay, so here create F9, infra created. Then we'll give the grant privilege also, grant DBA to infra rep. Grant succeeded. Now I'll come back to this. We'll write here username as infra_rep, password also infra_rep, connection string as XE because we have installed Express Edition. Okay, create new, enable version control, then finish. It is creating a repository. Is available. It's exclusive. We need to change it. Make it normal. Okay. It will ask that restart the repository service. Okay. It's now disabling the service, then it will again enable the service. So it's now normal, everything is fine. Now I'll go back to this domain. We'll click here, then right click, then new, then now we need to create Informatica integration service, Powercenter integration service. Here also we need to give any name. We can give any name. I am giving ISTRNG. Click the license, click the node, then next repository training, click what we have created, then username is administrator trader sorry administrator, and the password is also administrator. It's ASCII. Okay, then finish, say okay, select that, and then okay again. It is creating the integration service also. It is disabled right now. Okay, we'll go here, enable the service, click. It's enabling the integration service. Integration service is available. We can see the repository training is also available. We can come to domain. We can see both are in green, that is integration server is up and repository service is also running. So we have configured this Informatica server. Now we can click it here as done. Now we need to go back and we need to install Informatica client, as we have installed Informatica server. Informatica client will not take a longer time. It will be done very soon. Okay, it's coming. Work Informatica 64 info Informatica, that is client. We are again coming here, client, change the compatibility mode as we have changed in the server. Properties, compatibility mode, Windows XP Service Pack 3, apply, then okay. Once done, then double click on it to run the Informatica client installation. Yes, it's done. Informatica 9.6.1 client, then click next. Okay, everything is fine. Next, we need to click here, we need to take all, then next. Okay, next, install data transformation studio and a standalone Eclipse. Yes, then click next. It's saying that it will install. Okay, now install. It will take some time. Once it is 100%, our server has been already installed, our client has been also installed. After this, we will test this by doing a simple mapping, so that we can test whether everything is working fine or not. Let it complete, then we'll create a mapping and we'll see whether everything is working fine or not. You can say that it's configuring the installation. Once it is done, our client has been also installed. We'll see that. Then we'll draw a simple mapping and we'll see that whether everything is working fine or not, data is getting loaded correctly or not. And in that, before doing that, we need to configure the repository into client. We'll see that also. This whole video will help you install Informatica till the last time end, so that you can start your work or practice afterwards. So we can see that it has been installed. Informatica client is also complete. We'll click on done. We'll click here, complete. We can search in our start menu also in Windows 7. We'll click here, find. Informatica, or we can directly see Power Center Designer and all those things. So we'll mark pin to taskbar. It has come, so it's okay. Come here. We'll first of all click on Informatica Power Center with Workflow Manager. Let it open. Opening, Workflow Manager is opening. As we can see that there is no repository configured here. So for first time we need to configure the repository, that is REPTRNG, which we have created, so that we can do our mapping there also only. So we'll click on Repository Manager. Once Repository Manager is open, we'll click here, Configure Domains. we'll add here. It will ask domain name. So domain name, gateway host as well as gateway port we need to find. Where we can get that? We can click here node. We can see host name. Once you click on this, you can see domain name is domain underscore del, host name is del. So and the port name is 6005. We'll come here, we'll write here domain underscore del. How we have seen there? We can see here domain del it is written, and when we click on node we saw the host name also, that is del. So we'll come back here, domain del is there and host name is del only, and the port is written as 6005. You can see 6005. Come here, we'll write 6005, then OK. See, our repository is getting shown. Click it and then OK. Now it is here. First of all, we'll open this repository. It will ask for the username password. We have given administrator. Similarly, administrator, connect. See, it has been connected. The first thing is that we'll create a folder inside it so that we can create. Like for this, I'll create a folder info underscore training, and OK. The folder has been successfully created. OK. Now the repository is configured. We can close it. We can come back to here. We can close this also. We'll again now open this. We'll see that there is REP training also, which we have configured in repository manager. Just click on this. It will ask for the username password. Since it is the same, just copy it, paste it, connect it. We can see the folder also which we have created. So first of all, we need to make the connections, because we have basically three schemas to use, that is HR, source DB and target DB. So it's better that we create the connection string right now so that we can use any of it. Oracle, okay. This is for HR, so I am giving the name HR. You can give anything here, but the username and password should be correct here. So the HR is the username, the password is HR, connection string is XE. This is the preparation of HR connection string. Okay, we can see HR now. Similarly, we will create for source DB and for target DB. Source underscore DB, source underscore DB, source underscore DB, connection string is XE. Okay, it's connected here. Similarly, we'll create for target DB also, so that if we can use any of the connection string, since we have three schemas to use in Informatica, so we have created the connection string for all of them so that we can use any of it. Target DB, password is target underscore DB, target underscore DB, and the connection string is XE. So we have prepared the connection strings. Okay, so now we'll go for the mapping designer. Here also repository training is there, it's connected. We'll open this by double clicking it. Now we need to draw a mapping. So first of all, we'll come to mapping designer, we'll click on mappings, then create. We can give any name like m map test. Okay, now the thing is that we need a source definition. Since in source we can see nothing is there, in target nothing is there, because we have not imported anything from database. So first of all, we'll come to source analyzer and we'll try to import something, any table from database, so that we can take its data and copy it into another data, and we can see that whether Informatica mapping is working fine or not. So import from database. As we can see, there is no ODBC data source. So first of all, we need to create. It is the first time only we are creating this. We'll click on add. It will ask us. We'll click on data direct 7.1 Oracle wire protocol, finish. Database source name we can give anything, like I am giving database. You can give anything name. Here you need to give the database host name, that is local host. Port number is 1521. SID is XE. We can test any database by HR. We can connect to any schema and we can see whether it's working fine or not. Okay, it's saying connection is established, means everything is fine. Okay, so we are going to save this, apply. Okay, once it is done, we can see here it is database. We can click on OK. Now we can click here and select this database. We can give the HR username, password also HR. We can connect. It's coming. We can select any table. For example, I am taking this countries table. Okay. We can see here plus has came because we have imported one countries. And similarly, we can see that. So we have seen that we have imported one source definition here. It is from HR schema, the countries. Now we'll need to create a target also. So we'll drag this only here in target designer. We'll drag here and then we'll click here, go to target, generate and execute PLSQL, selected tables because we have selected this, then connect. We can give where in which schema we need to create, we need to give that schema name as well as password. So what in mapping we are doing, we will be taking data from this HR schema of the countries table and we'll be loading that all those data into target. We'll be creating a table into target DB schema, same name countries, and we'll be loading all the data from HR schema to target DB schema. Both the side there is countries table. Okay, so this time here what we are doing, we are just creating a table in database through Informatica. Database is there. We are clicking target underscore DB. Similarly, we are clicking target underscore DB. Connect. So it is connected. We don't want any primary key, nothing. Now you can see here. If you see here, okay, you can see here in target DB, You can see that in target DB there is no table right now, correct? We are creating the table through this Informatica. Okay, we are coming here and now generate and execute SQL. Running ODBC SQL script file this. Okay, we can see that refresh. Nothing here. It's working. It's firing. That. Copy this. No. Okay, we can see that it's not working. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do? We'll open this. Once it is opened, we'll click on target DB. There is no data, there is no table. We'll go to here countries. We'll manually create the table. How? We are going here SQL. Let it come the query. So we can see the query. What we'll do, we'll copy till here so that we can take the column name and all. We can click here, we can remove this HR name, create table countries, country ID, cat2. There should not be any constraint. We are removing the constraint. Then region ID, we are just clicking this and we are table countries has been created. Okay, so now if we refresh it, we can see the countries table created, but we'll see that there is no data. Okay, so we are again coming back here. Since we have this table, we are coming here, mapping. We have the source, we have the target, we are copying we are dragging this source, then we are dragging this target, we are connecting it, then we are saving this mapping. The mapping has been done and it is valid. Now we'll be creating a workflow of it. Generate workflow, then next. Okay, source qualifier is pointing towards the connection object as HR, correct, because the source table is in HR schema, but countries one table which is showing in HR, it's not there in HR, it is in target DB. Okay, then next, then next, then finish. Okay, so we have created the workflow also. We'll come here, we'll double click on here, we are seeing the workflow. Okay, we can see the workflow designer. We'll drag it here, we'll just see that whether the connections mapping inside source qualifier HR correct, countries target DB correct, and it is bulk, so no problem because we have removed all the constraints. There is no constraint on target table, so bulk will also do the work. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to execute this workflow. Start workflow. The workflow is starting. Public network also allow access. It's starting the execution of the workflow. So the workflow monitor is now opening. Administrator, Control C, Control V, open here. We'll see that whether, so we can see that our mapping is running. It has succeeded. Let's see whether it has loaded the data correctly or not. Right click, get run properties, source target. It has taken 25 records and it had copied all that 25 records into the target schema. We can verify the same in database also. We are not able to see any data here right now. We'll cut this. We'll again click on this. Now data. We can see there is data. Earlier there in target DB there was no data in countries, but now it's there. We have run the workflow, we have done the mapping, so our Informatica has been correctly installed and it's working very fine. So everything is done. Please do like to, actually if you are installing or if you are facing any issue, you can contact me. You can see my number is there. You can contact me. I'm from Kolkata, India. So if you find this video useful, please do like and comment in case of any concern. Thank you.